England are out, Argentina are through, and once again it's Lionel Messi pulling the strings. A one-goal lead turned into a defeat in 20 frantic minutes. England had this game in their hands, then they let it slip. Argentina have reached back-to-back World Cup finals. Spain awaits them on Sunday in New Jersey. It's the same old story for England, so close yet so far away. But this story really belongs to one man, an aging genius who refuses to stop rewriting history. This game had two completely different halves, and England only won one of them. The opening 45 minutes were cagey and tense. Chances were rare on both sides. Jude Bellingham blocked off an early Messi effort, and England breathed again. 10 minutes into the second half, England struck. Declan Rice fed Morgan Rogers down the right. Rogers whipped in a cross, and Anthony Gordon arrived to finish. 1-0 England, and the dream looked alive. Here's the thing nobody wanted to admit, though. England had barely created anything all night. Still, they looked comfortable at the hydration break. John Stones produced a string of vital headed clearances. Jordan Pickford made a stunning one-handed save to deny Nico Gonzalez. Jadon Spence then produced a game-saving tackle to stop Giuliano Simeone in transition. Without it, Simeone was clean through on goal. Argentina brought on Leandro Paredes, and the substitution changed the game completely. Suddenly, Argentina had more control, more probing, more pressure. They won a short corner, and Enzo Fernández drilled it through a crowd of bodies. 1-1, and everything changed in an instant. Here's the moment that actually cost England the game, and it wasn't a goal. Thomas Tuchel had this one. His side led by a goal thanks to a smart selection call. Then once Gordon had scored, everything changed. Tuchel pulled off his most dangerous outlet and brought on Ezri Konsa, then Dan Burn, then Nico O'Reilly. 3 defensive changes and no attacking threat left on the pitch. England stopped trying to play and started trying to survive. The manager later admitted it himself. He said his side got too passive right after scoring and switched to a back 5 to close the gaps. It didn't work. Argentina kept crossing and creating, and England couldn't win the ball back. Alexis McAllister headed against the post. Moments later, a short corner fell to Enzo Fernández, who drilled it into the far corner. 1-1, and the momentum had fully flipped. Deep into stoppage time, McAllister struck the frame of the goal again. Argentina simply kept coming. Lautaro Martínez had told Alexis McAllister before coming on that he'd be the one to win it. Bold words. Seconds later, Messi curled a right-footed cross to the back post, and Lautaro powered a header home unmarked. Game over. Tempers flared in the closing seconds, too, as Bellingham squared up to Messi. Sitting back against this Argentina side was never going to work. 2 assists, a rating of 8, and a display that will live long in World Cup history. Messi didn't need to score to define this game. He set up both Argentina goals and steered the entire comeback. He completed 43 of 54 passes, most of them deep inside England's half. 4 key passes, 2 big chances created, both turned into goals. His expected assist number sat at 0.76, and he still beat it comfortably. He also carried the ball 36 times, covering well over 200 meters. That constant carrying dragged Argentina up the pitch. Whenever they needed control, he touched the ball 94 times in total, more than anyone else on the pitch. He sent in 9 crosses and mixed his long balls in for good measure. He won 9 of his 11 individual battles. He drew 2 fouls from frustrated defenders. He even chipped in at the back with a tackle and 2 recoveries. At 39 years old, Messi became the oldest outfield player ever to feature in a World Cup semifinal. He broke a record that had stood since 1958. Is there anything left for this man to prove? Across this tournament alone, he's averaging a rating of 9 with 8 goals and 4 assists. He's completed 24 successful dribbles this season at a success rate above 68%. He's even been named in the Team of the Week 5 separate times. Father Time was supposed to have caught up with him by now. Clearly, it hasn't. Argentina are back in the World Cup final, and history keeps repeating itself. This is now the 6th time a reigning champion has reached back-to-back finals. Italy managed it in the 1930s, Brazil did it twice, and France did it in 2018 and 2022. Argentina now joins that exclusive list. They'll face Spain on Sunday in New Jersey. Their coach could barely find the words for it afterwards, calling this group of players incredible and unique. Argentina hold a perfect record at this stage. 6 wins from 6 World World Cup semifinal. South American sides have now won 8 of the last 10 semifinal meetings against European opposition. For England, the story is painfully familiar. 3 semifinal losses now in 1990, 2018, and 2026. Still only one final appearance, and that came back in 1966, and yet this England generation keeps knocking on the door. They've now reached the semi-final stage in 4 major tournaments since 2018, matching their entire history before that. Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane became the first teammates ever to score 6 times at the same World Cup. Not even legendary pairs like Pelé and Jairzinho managed that feat. Their captain called this defeat gutting and admitted the team is still missing that final piece. Thomas Tuchel will face serious questions about his tactics after this. Was sitting back on a 1-goal lead really the right call? If you called this result before kickoff, you need to tell us. Drop your prediction in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss our next one. One final remains, and it's shaping up to be a heavyweight clash. Spain against Argentina. Messi against Spain's golden generation. We'll break down every angle before Sunday. Hit subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.